behind me. Everybody, this is Steve and Courtney. They're from Canada. Just so as you know, Canadians, they were clapping for Steve and Courtney, not for the entire country of Canada. We're not prepared to make that commitment yet. Anyway, I talked to Steve a little bit before the show started, and don't let me down, all right? You gonna do this? All right, I'll wait over here.
Baby, you mean everything in the world to me, and I love your guts. Will you marry me?
Now, so she said, yeah, right? Right. Now, you know what this means. The possibility of more Canadians. Now, I love Canadians. I love them so much that I let them come up here and do their business right in front of the camera. The thing is about the... God bless you, Canadians. They're so lovely, and then you put a hockey stick in their hand and they turn crazy. So anyway, look, Steve said, can I propose to my fiancée, in front of the audience? And I went, yeah, because I got nothing. All right. So, if you're tuning in for a show, that's probably the highlight, really. Perhaps we'll invite them back to consummate. Wait. No. That'll have to wait until we go to cable. We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, Craig Ferguson.
That's enough, thanks. Thanks a lot, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Your applause must end. That's enough. Thanks, everybody. All right. Sit down, relax. Act as if no one got married. You can feel the electricity in the air this evening. It's that time of the year when Canadians mate. They come sweeping down from the hills in the north, doing their weird Canadian mating dance. How you doing? Rivers of maple syrup pouring in celebration. Moose singing. La, 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 la. I'm filled with the joy of Canadian love. Congratulations, you kids. So, a great day for Canada, but also a great day for America, everybody. It's the day I wait for all year. This is the day I wait for all year. It's Barbara Walters' list of the 10 most fascinating people has just come out. This year, the list is just Tiger Woods and 9 women he's sleeping with. But other than that, do you know what happened today? Police in Texas seized thousands of ecstasy tablets. Ecstasy tablets. What's ecstasy? It's like ecstasy, but more gay. Do you have any ecstasy? Yes. Police, no, what they did is they stole thousands of... They didn't steal it. No, they didn't. The police didn't steal the ecstasy tablets. They seized it. Well, it depends on your point of view, I guess. Anyway. What they did, the police confiscated all these ecstasy tablets, and they've... I can't say ecstasy. What the hell is that? That's some kind of Freudian penis, obviously. Anyway, they got all these drugs, these drug tablets with pictures of Obama's face on them. I know the drug dealers chose Obama because the pills make you feel hope and change and then send you off to a faraway place. Also, it's another... Not only is Canadian love being celebrated today, not only Barbara Walters' 10 list of... But also... It's also today, it's Ozzy Osbourne's birthday today. Happy birthday, Ozzy! Happy birthday, Oz. But, and if you're watching the show tonight, Ozzy, he'd be like, really? You're 61! 61, Ozzy Osbourne. He doesn't look a day over 1,000. Oh, come on, that's not fair. Hey! Do you know that it's a sad day for Adam Lambert, though, isn't it? I mean, you know Adam Lambert, everybody's openly favourite gay guy. No, he's everybody's favourite openly gay American Idol runner-up. It seems like yesterday everybody's favourite openly gay American Idol runner-up was Clay Aiken, but things have moved on. So long, Clay. Aloha! Last week, Adam Lambert was kicked off Good Morning America. Today, he says he was kicked off 2 more ABC shows. He's in hot water because he misbehaved on the American Music Awards. And when I say misbehaved, I mean he simulated gay sex. And if that's a crime, then slap the cuffs on me, mister. Slap them on! Slap them on. Slap it. Tighter, I said, tighter. The safety word's banana. What happened is that... You're too young to know what the hell I'm talking about. Anyway, Adam Lambert simulated sex with the male dancers, then he kissed another one, and the kiss wasn't simulated. It wasn't a peck on the cheek. It wasn't the kind of kiss that I give the male guests when they come out on this show. Get ready, George Lopez. No, this was... But I watched the American Music Awards. I didn't notice the gay stuff. It must have been subtle. Do we have a clip from his performance? Let me tell you. Who put that? Where did that footage come from? Where did I get to put that in my office? Anyway. Banana. Anyway, because of his performance, Adam Lambert's been dropped from ABC's Big New Year show. Because, you know, he's doing too much gay stuff, I guess. But the show is being hosted by Ryan Seacrest. Mixed message, anyone? Anyway, Adam doesn't seem too upset with the whole thing. He said in his tweet today, I'm reading his Tweety on the Tweety Bird, and he says, this is his words, he says, let's focus on the positive, this will all blow over. Adam, you're not helping. Now, listen, personally, I have no problem with Adam Lambert going on stage and kissing a guy, as long as he doesn't go on stage and marry a guy, which is illegal in 45 states. And some politicians take a very strong stand against the gay rights. They should probably choose their words a bit more carefully, though. Take a look at this.
I don't mind gays. but I don't want them stuffing it down my throat all the time.
Exactly my thoughts. Now, I understand why ABC is mad, actually. People watch TV with their kids. They don't want to see simulated sex, gay or straight. But Adam Lambert says there's a double standard. And you know what? He's right. He's right. He kisses a guy on TV and everybody's like, oh, oh, oh. Or some people are like, oh. You know, when he kisses a guy, when two girls kiss on TV, nobody made a fuss. That's because two girls kissing is awesome. Anyway, but it is. It is. Even people that don't agree with me are like, yeah, you're right. Yeah. Remember when Madonna kissed Britney Spears at the MTV Awards? That wasn't a big deal. Maybe because Madonna kissing Britney, that's like a man kissing a woman. Oh, come on. She's a cockney now, Madonna. She's like, yeah, come here, Britney, give us a kiss, all right? We have to take a break. More Canadians are going to mate, and then we'll be right back. We'll be right back, everybody. Welcome back, everybody, to the Canadian mating show. If you're just joining us, what happened is that Courtney and Steve here, Steve proposed to Courtney. Courtney said, yeah, you still okay with this, right? You're still okay with it?
Oh, yeah.
All right. And then we thought, whoa, they've proposed on the air, and we didn't call Courtney's mom. And then we called Courtney's mom during the We called Courtney's mom during the commercial break, and she's not home. So now we're here. And what was... Oh, wait. What was about to be a fabulous piece of television is yet another awkward moment. However, I've had a great idea. You can help me with the emails. Oh, yeah! All right. This will be great. This will be good practice for when you're married and you have to do emails together on your own show. All right, you ready? Who does the emails in your relationship? Really? What do you do for a living, both of you?
Go.
I'm a clerk at the hospital.
Clerk at the hospital?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. What do you do?
Oh, a roofer.
A roofer?
Yeah.
Oh, there you are then. Bet you really wish you had cable now, huh? All right, this is from Jessica in Prescott, Arizona. All right, Jessica says, hi, Craig. My son is 5 years old, only recently began pulling his pants down, and now he won't stop mooning people. How can I stop him doing this embarrassing thing in public? Now, well, maybe Courtney, how did you stop him mooning? All right, this is from Conrad in Hollywood. All right, you want to read this one? Yeah, too far. All right, Conrad says, what's up, Craig? I'm moving to New York City next week. You know any places where I can get some good weed over there? Well, actually... No, I don't. I have to be honest with you, Conrad. The weed here, not as good as you would think. I mean, No, I'm not condoning the use of marijuana in any way. Now, I do you guys smoke a lot of pot up there in Canada? You enjoy the pot, do you? Yeah, you probably get that at the hospital. You get the medical marijuana right there. You don't smoke the pot?
No.
What do you? You take the ecstasy? You take the ecstasy? So what you do is drink the Canadian beer?
Yeah.
You guys enjoy bacon? That's not. I'm not trying to make fun of you. I'm because you got the Canadian bacon there, which we call ham. That's one of the many differences between our countries.
You try.
Okay, look, they're trying to alert me that your mom is on the phone. All right, Vicky.
Hello.
Hey, it's your mom.
I can barely hear you.
Vicky, my
Hello, I
name.
can barely hear you.
Vicky,
Hello.
can you hear me?
Barely.
Stay away from the light. Vicky,
Hello.
my name is Craig Ferguson. I
Hello,
want you.
how do you do?
How'd you do?
Great.
Vicky,
Yes.
your daughter Courtney is here. She has something to tell you.
Okay.
Okay. There you go.
Mom,
Yeah.
Steve asked me to marry him.
Congratulations.
Oh,
Your dad is babysitting your puppy, so he'll have to hear about this later.
Hey, what did she say?
Babysitting
My
my
dad's
dogs.
babysitting our dogs. He'll have to hear about it later.
Do your dogs live in a different house? Do you? Or do you make your husband sleep in the doghouse? Vicky, are you also Canadian?
Yes, I am.
Do you enjoy bacon? She probably does, I'm thinking. We're very fond of your daughter and your new son-in-law here in America. We've decided to keep them and teach them and teach them our evil ways.
Well, I'm very happy for hearing this news.
Oh, yeah, well, it's nice, and it's good for us because it really cleared up an otherwise spectacularly dull email segment.
Great.
Vicky, we gotta go. CBS can't afford this call. I just want to congratulate you on behalf of the people of the United States and congratulate Steve and Courtney, everybody. We'll be right back. Congratulations. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the big Canadian Emmy-winning show. My first guest tonight is a terrifically funny actor and comedian. He's a giant star. He's at the Nokia Theatre in Los Angeles, 6 shows starting on December the 18th. He's the host of Lopez Tonight. That's a clue to who it is. Take a look at this clip. George Lopez! Thank you! George!
My first gay kiss, allegedly.
Was that your first gay kiss? Come
Allegedly,
on,
I will
no.
say allegedly.
That wasn't really gay. That was, I mean, we could do a really gay one if you want.
Yeah, why not?
No, you don't want to scare the Canadians.
I do not want to scare the Canadians.
They're lovely.
Congratulations, by the way, to the Canadians.
Yeah, there you are. Now you're
Congratulations.
endorsed.
Hide all your golf clubs.
Yeah, really. You're happily married, don't you?
I've been married for 16 years.
Oh, my Lord.
And it's just the start because my wife, almost 5 years ago, gave me a kidney.
Oh, wow.
so that I could live.
That's
I think.
fantastic. That's amazing. That's right. I read about that. That's it. There's absolutely no way you can get divorced now, ever. It's just you could never.
You know, I didn't think we were that compatible in the beginning.
But no, that's whoa.
Apparently, I was wrong.
Hey, listen.
Most dudes don't want to hold their wife's purse. I got part of my wife inside of me.
Does it have a kind of GPS in it so she knows where you are at all times and everything?
You know, if I have allegedly gone to a strip club...
George, I'm shocked.
Allegedly!
Okay.
And if she squeezes herself really tight, I faint. I can just... It is something that women always say, your wife is a savior. You must have to be so nice to her now. And I'm like, not as nice as I had to be before.
Before the One little breakfast, honey?
Now I can do whatever. Take the trash out. Why don't you take the trash out? No,
nice.
She's great, and I have a daughter that's 13 that is an equestrian. That's how much,
Really?
you know. Yeah. I mean, you never wanna. They told me don't ever own something that while you sleep.
Yeah. A horse? You own a horse?
I own 2 horses.
That's pretty good.
That's what.
Do you ride horses too?
Hell no. That's what made Hammer go broke.
Hammer,
Horses.
that's right. Remember Hammer?
He
It was
bought horses.
That's right. He had hundreds of horses, and then they put these pants on them. He put the big Hammer pants on. You can't touch this. And that's why they always lost.
There was almost like a parachute. They would run and they would almost be pulling back.
That's right. It was the air resistance. Hey, listen. Congratulations on the late night show.
Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Well done. Well done. Are you enjoying it?
You know what? Listen, I have to tell you, when I was putting the show together and people would talk to me about something, and they would always talk about what talk show was the easiest show to do. And then this is the truth. I talked to Lewis Black. I've talked to Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
I talked to people, and they said that you were the easiest show to do because you just flew by the seat of your pants. When funny's funny.
But that's what you were doing too. I've been watching the show. It's good. That's what you're doing.
Thank you. Now you have to reciprocate. Now you got to come on my show.
Am I funny enough to be on your show?
Absolutely,
I don't know.
man. And you got the right hair.
I got the Lopez hair. Look at that, man. Now, have you ever been over to Scotland? You're a big golfer. That's
yes. Listen, I love Scotland. I go every year, and I want to go until I'm not around anymore, and then I want to go and have my ashes spread on the St. Andrews golf course.
Really?
I love golf. I love your people.
Yeah.
The dental care, not the best.
Dental care, not the best. I think that's fair to say. These are American teeth here, buddy. I tell you that. I landed in California. They're like, this way to the dentist. That's right. Come on in.
But even if you hit a bad shot, the Scottish people, they make you feel good. You hit a ball and you're like, where did that go? You're doing great.
That's fantastic.
You're doing great. You're going to do great.
You really do go there.
And they find it. I mean, they find it. I mean, they should send Scottish caddies to find Osama bin Laden. They find it. They find a little ass golfer. Oh, there it is. I mean, they find it. You can hit it 9 miles to the right, and they'll go, I'll be back in a minute.
George, you want to know the truth? All Scottish people carry a golf ball in their pocket. I have a golf ball. It's like, I'll get your ball, Mr. Lopez. Sure. Oh, here it is. It's okay, as long as you tip them, nobody's any the wiser.
But listen, the haggis, I thought Mexicans ate every part of a cow or a pig, but haggis is almost like when they clean the bottom of like a poultry area or after they've slaughtered, then they just go.
You're making my mouth is watering now.
Tell everybody what's in that.
The haggis is made from the heart and the lungs and the liver of a sheep, minced up with oatmeal and then lined in the sheep's stomach lining.
And it's as good as it sounds.
Yeah, in many ways. But you know where it's even better? Wrap it in a tortilla. Then you got something.
I might have thrown up in my mouth. I didn't think there was a lot of things that Tabasco couldn't heal.
Yeah, I know. You put Tabasco in haggis?
The Tabasco slid off of the side.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
it was like,
Yeah, it would reject it in every way.
But it's in a pouch. It's almost like a tamale, but an evil tamale.
It is. It is an evil old world tamale.
Because it comes in a sack.
Yeah.
And you split it in the middle in hearts.
George, I know this. I'm Scottish.
Yeah,
I've eaten this stuff before many times. There's a reason why I live in California.
It really is amazing. Listen,
Yeah.
and my favorite, on the show, I use a glass that has a red tea on it. And my favorite beer in the world is Tennant's.
Tennant's Lager?
Yes.
I drank that stuff all the way to rehab. All the way there, man. I drank it, I swam in it, I poured, I did my hair in it, I was like, yeah.
But there must not be a kind of an alcohol percentage in Scotland.
No, they don't really care for numbers. It's about getting drunk quickly and efficiently.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's not mucking around with conversation or... It's like, we're going to get drunk. Now. Yeah.
And like that.
Yeah, and that's how they do it. That's how they do it. I'm so pleased that you liked it over there and you had a good time.
I go every year.
Really?
And I really love it. And the sweaters are, the cashmere
good
is
for
amazing.
Christmas. They're good for Christmas.
And listen, since there are not a lot of Latinos in there, I'm exotic.
It's like me in California.
Yes.
It's like, this is like the reverse universe.
Yeah.
And our hair is kind of the same. Why? I think there might be a sitcom in this.
I like the way you think.
I think that might work.
Yes.
How did you get into all this growing up? And you grew up in California,
Yeah,
right?
you know, I was an only child, and my grandmother raised me.
Right.
And my grandma was really, really very tough, you know, and just watching a lot of TV by myself. And I saw Chico and the Man with Freddie Prinze.
I loved Freddie Prinze. He's a
And,
great stand-up
yeah.
comedian, Freddie Prinze. Yeah.
And, you know, him and his son and I are very good friends. His son just became a father, Freddie Jr.
Oh.
But I when I saw Freddie Prinze, I wanted to be a comedian, and I've been doing it for 30 years.
Wow, that's
And,
fantastic.
yeah.
That was the same with me with Billy Connolly.
Yes.
With Billy Connolly, because I had never seen someone who spoke in my accent, like on TV and performing, and then I saw Billy, and I was like, oh, wow, so you're allowed to do it? Was that the same with you?
But I got to tell you that Billy Connolly doesn't get the respect in America that he should as a global comedian.
I think that's
because
true.
he's so good at what he does. He's almost like the Caucasian Pryor.
Yeah.
Because he talks about things. He talks about things that are real. And he's almost like, he would be like the equivalent to Richard Pryor.
He's very, very edgy as well. I think comedians, though, I mean, you're talking about Lewis Black or yourself, and, you know, really, really good comedians, they tend to know and see, like Robin Williams is always going on about how good Billy is and what an influence he is.
Yes.
I think he is fantastic.
I mean, he looks homeless now, but he's fantastic.
Who do you rate out of do any of the youngsters you like in the stand-up? Is anybody that you think's really got it?
Well, you know, Chris Rock is coming up. He's nice.
Oh, wow, yeah, he's all right. Yeah,
no, he's been around. You know, I really don't. I don't go to the clubs much.
Really?
And
I have to go in and do it. I get a new act together, so I have to go do 10 minutes at the Ice House in Pasadena and all that. Do you still do that?
I don't do that.
You don't?
I send one of my people.
Send your assistant to go and do 10 minutes and see if I'm funny.
Move your eyes around.
George, it's lovely to talk to you. Congratulations on the
Thank you.
success of the show. And I'm going to try and come see you. Can I come see you at the Nokia? I'd love to see you.
You know what? How about this?
What?
How about you come and open for me at the Nokia?
How about no? How about no?
How about I open for you?
Okay, we'll talk. All right. George Lopez, everyone.
And now, a Sean Connery holiday memory.
Oh, hello. You don't know me, you bastard. You think you know me? I love you, man. It was Christmas 1942. My family was too poor to exchange Christmas gifts, so we instead exchanged dirty looks. That's a wee joke there. It's not true, of course. Although I did give my sister herpes. Also a joke. It's a joke. I didn't give her a herpes. She already had herpes. My next guests are a pop rock band. They're here performing their hit single, All the Right Moves, from the new album, Waking Up. Please give a warm welcome. Imagine that you're Canadians and they're coming into your house for some bacon. OneRepublic, everybody, OneRepublic.
What did we learn on the show tonight, Craig?
Wish I had a cat that could do that. I'd get out of here and make some real money. Traveling the country, me and my amazing bird burping cat, Mr. Feathers. Ah, a man can dream. So, here's what I think. I think it was this show is usually crap, but I actually think tonight it was awesome. Cause no. All right. No, it was awesome. Cause I like George Lopez and I like OneRepublic, even although it seems like their appearance went very quickly. And it's the first time we've ever had a marriage proposal on the show, and, you know, it was, Steve and Courtney, the Canadians, and they, Steve, I'll give you a quick highlight reel. Imagine, like, it's after the Super Bowl, and I'm just telling you what happened. Steve went down on one knee, and he said, Courtney, I love your guts, which is some kind of, obviously some kind of Canadian joke. And then she was like, uh-oh, it was awesome. And then I think to myself, in all these years, I've become bitter and jaded. I've become some kind of show business whore. But every now and again, a couple of fresh-faced youngsters walk into the studio, and I kind of remember. I kind of remember what it was like when I was out there, starting out. Just me and my burping cat, Mr. Feathers. And how we traveled from town to town. And then I also remember this. And it's true. And I want to share this with you. Because there's a lot of joking goes on in late night. Not necessarily in this show, but in other shows. People joke and make fun and are cynical and say mean things about other people, and that's our job, and I understand that, but, when it comes right down to it, it's love. Love is what matters, baby. And I'm not talking about exciting cable love. I'm talking about wholesome network love. Congratulations, you two. Good luck. Good night, everybody.
We're rolling también. Show!
And action.
But with rock.
Ready? And action.
But with Lalo and Charles. Stop that.
We're sorry, Lou. Okay.
You all right? Don't let my big head scare you. What am I gonna do? Or from the teddy bear line?
Yes, exactly. The top of the teddy bear line.
What happened?
That's what happens when you hire Mexicans. They get
Hey, how's it going?
You know, I think these colored lenses are working. I'm sorry. You see my head? I'm turned up.
Look like a turtle.
Mom? What's up?
I can't look at these pictures anymore. I get it. I'll never have sex without a condom.
You scared that lady.
So, is it serious?
Well, are you kidding me?
Échale! I want to know. Tell me.
We've had 3 days.
Okay, here we go. Ready. Action.
Hey, did you eat everything?
Prison style right here. Prison style.
Thursday is the day after my birthday. Friday is 2 days after my birthday. And Saturday would... Oh! I was so good till then. Oh, good. Oh, yeah.
You know what? If I don't... Oh, damn. I was so close.
Oh, you were this close.
Hijo de la...
Honey, you hungry? I made some veggie burgers. I got one left.
Vegetarians are left-wing nut jobs who undermine the beef industry and put good-working, hard American.
Look, a lot of people are tired of being squeezed, but nobody wants to speak up because oh,
Very emotional scene. It's very emotional.
I gotta just, you know, see, English is not my first language. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Nope. It's not getting any better.
Open the next one. The D.
And we're back.
You let me do it in Spanish, it's perfect. Háblale otro, no, porque se...
Hey, Angie. I'm staying for dinner. What are we having? You don't have anything?
Constance, you got it?
Cooking tonight? Hey. Okay.
Back to one.
Shut up.
You farted, did you know?
It's this. The smell. Do you smell this?
She's trying, she cut one and she
I did not cut one. It's the grass.
Why'd you go like that? Why'd you go like that?
No, get back.
All right, man. You gotta tell me about our dad.
You know, I know enough about your dad. So there. Well, I'm gonna go meet a guy in the parking lot and help him fix the hina, the poika, sanatuya, nanana.
Not the henna.
The hina and the poika.
Okay, now go ahead.
I am going to find a guy in the...
Amor. Believe me, I know how mean kids can be. There were these guys in my neighborhood, they used to call me Spuds. Because I was dark, I had really short hair, my head was kind of lumpy. I guess I looked like a potato. But that didn't... I said...
Hey, it says here that you took some real today. Hey, it says here you took some real crap today.
See, that's the difference between... Oh, damn.
Go back to your little...
I want to say so bad.
No, don't do it. Don't say whatever you do, don't.
The Powers Brothers never said anything about layoffs.
No, George, because they know if they told you, you would give everybody good evaluations because you care about your employees.
Sleep. Oh, sleep. Right away. Is all not in there?
You okay? You all right? All right. No, she's okay. She's okay. She's good.
Maybe you should have another kid just for parts.
Oh, we're not. Sorry. Bath word. Sorry.
You're not Miss Congeniality. I'll tell you.
Hello there. It's just me and the world's best tasting vodka.
Hey guys, welcome to again Off the Dribble with your boy Byron Scott. My guest today is my boy. This is my golf buddy. He's one of these brothers that you can call at any time, and he's there for you. And I got to tell you a little bit about a few years ago where he really was there for me.
Such a lonely life I lived, though. You know, when somebody
my
can
boy,
be there,
George Lopez. That's all I want to say.
When
my
somebody's
boy
there
Lopez.
100% of the time, they got shit else to do except wait for the bat signal in the sky.
Well, George, before we get into your career and everything that you've done, there was a very, very tough time for both of us a few years ago.
Yeah, man.
When our buddy, Kobe Bryant, passed away. And this man, I took like 2 weeks where I wouldn't talk to nobody. And George sent me a text and said, B, I know you're hurting, but let's go play some golf or something. And I remember getting back to George. I said, George, give me another week or so. Because I was just in pain. A couple of weeks went by. I called George. I said, man, I'm ready. Let's get out and play golf. It was about a 7-hour round because we let everybody go through. We made stops. We had drinks. We celebrated Kobe Bryant's life and his achievements. And I don't think I ever got a chance to say thank you, George, because, I really appreciated that, man. And it was awesome of you to give me that call.
Well, thank you for being there for me, too, because it's, my daughter called me and said, I just like, what happened?
Yeah.
And it's, places stay forever, monuments and things in Europe you can see around the world, but that guy to us in LA and to just was a monument. And I think that he will be remembered, everybody's remembered forever, but remembered every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's when somebody's really important, when you remember them every day.
Yeah.
And the happy thing about all of that is that, he had an amazing impact on a lot of people, and he did it off the court with like humor, man.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a funny guy, and he was a sweet guy, that. And he was a guy that, the Mamba mentality is a great, just a great 2 words to go together. It's like somebody's will. But to see somebody that did what he did and walked it and talked it, and I went to a lot of Friday night games, and they always come down to the last shot, and he made a lot of them, but the ones that he missed, nobody went, oh, he missed it, and everybody was like, okay, we didn't win. Right. But he made more than he missed, but when he missed one, nobody was disappointed.
Yeah.
And that says a lot about somebody's ability.
Yeah, you was almost shocked when he missed one. You know what I'm saying? Because he was so great at making them, and he would make them if it was 1-on-1, 2-on-1. He didn't care if they brought a double team. He was that type of guy where he was willing to be the hero, just like he was willing to be the GOAT.
Absolutely.
And that's that Mamba mentality that we talk about. But before we get going a little bit more, got to say thank you again, George, for coming out, my brother.
Cheers, man.
We're going to have a good time. A little Neff vodka in here, y'all.
Wow, that's good.
Ain't that good?
Yeah, that's really good.
So, George, let's start off this way. I want to talk to you because you've done so much. You've accomplished so many things in the entertainment world. I mean, you one of my funniest friends I've ever been around.
Thank you.
I love playing golf with this man because we have 18 holes of laughter.
Yeah,
we might get some bad shots, but we're gonna have 18 holes of laughter.
You know, listen,
man,
you're a professional athlete. I played golf because of my temperament, and golf. I didn't want to get remarried, so I didn't want somebody telling me all my faults. So I'll let golf decide what's wrong with me. So, if you cheat, you're cheating yourself.
Yeah,
if you quit, you're a quitter. If you write the wrong score down, if you're not gracious to people, if you don't say hello, and which all the things in life that are easy to do.
Right.
So it was a way for me to see what people had said about me, criticisms about me, even when I was younger, and for me to realize when there was nobody else around and nobody to blame, that those were the real issues that I had about writing down the wrong score, integrity, cheating, moving the ball, and all of those things are someone's real life. It brings it out. So, it changed my life. And then, I used to get really mad and throw a club or something, I'm no Reggie Bush, but that dude.
Reggie be throwing them all over the place, don't he?
Listen, man, I played in Cedric's golf tournament and clubs were flying all over the place. And then Cedric called my house and said, hey, have you seen a club in your bag? Reggie's missing a club. I said, have you checked in the trees and in the bushes? I mean, you throw a club, man. If you throw a club, that says a lot about when you want to throw one and you don't, now you're starting to internalize your things and to be better.
There you go.
And that's what golf has done for me. Like, I play pretty good. I play all those pro-ams. I mean, I can play good. I putt good. Short game's good. But I play for the temperament and the peace. Why does somebody go to the beach and watch a sunset? Because they go for the peace.
Yeah.
And there's a tranquility in that. And for me, there's tranquility in golfing, and being a member at that club and knowing that most of the other Latinos that are there are like the service staff and all those guys. That means a lot to me too.
Yeah, no, I mean, and first of all, it's a great track, great club.
Yeah,
and I appreciate the invites when we get a chance to play.
But you remember, we've known each other a long time, and
yes, we have.
The Lakers have meant so much to me in my life, and you as a player in the '80s was a time when I spent a lot of time alone, and my grandparents were still alive, and I was such a fan, but I was always alone. That in those Boston Celtics or in those championships, in those finals, when it got down to the crunch time, I would go outside. Like an expectant father would leave the room. I can't take it anymore. Outside smoking a cigarette. I couldn't take it.
Really?
I'm not playing.
So when you would go outside, you would go out to get away from watching the game because it was coming down to the nitty gritty, and you couldn't stand to see what was going to happen.
I couldn't watch.
Wow.
I would go outside in the backyard and I'd walk around, and then I would come back in and they would say they won. Oh, they won, all right. I said, oh, they lost. The pass that Magic threw across the court, I was outside.
Yeah.
I was outside when it happened.
Don't remind me.
But I was, I would say to myself, like, what's going to happen? I didn't know until later is that what's going to happen is going to happen, whether I was watching or not.
Right.
But at that point, you know, and it's a lot to do with Mexicans. You ever see Mexicans go to the church? The ones that are sitting in the back still want it to count, but they don't want the Lord that close. Like they're like, listen, man, I do a lot of things in my life that aren't.
I do a lot of shit, so I don't want to sit too
that
close.
Don't go in this place, but I'm gonna still go. I'm gonna sit way in the back. You know, where the place they don't even go with the money thing. Like, I probably ain't got no money sitting back there. So I just go in the back. You still get credit for going, but you're not as close to the gospel as somebody would feel comfortable enough.
Well, you stupid.
You know.
So listen. So
I cussed in church one time, and
did you really?
Oh
did,
man!
Like more than one person heard you?
Yes.
I mean, it was, okay. So a few people heard
and
you.
you know those movies where they go, all the heads turn, and it makes a sound, and every head. And I said, "What?" I said, "Man, you cussed in church." No. And
so you almost did it again.
I almost did, man. I was like, I can't believe I cussed in church. And then my grandma, that was it for me. My grandma said, "Hey, come over here and tell when you cussed in church." That's a long time ago. But yeah, nobody should cuss in church.
No, I agree with you there. So how did you get started in the comedy? Where did I mean? Was you like doing shows at the house for the family? How did you get started in comedy?
Man, that's a good question. Let's see. I think at first you have to be ignored. So my biological family was not a close family, and they ignored me a lot. You know, my mom was not married, and my dad took off, and I was insignificant from even before I was born. So much less, you know, like, and my mom was not well health-wise. She had epilepsy, and she had, you know, a couple of things that made people believe that before I was born, that I was going to be, and listen, I've never said this word before, never told a story before. They thought I was going to be an imbecile. That's what they said. An imbecile. So they wouldn't like hold me, and they wouldn't like, you know, kind of look after me because they thought that I was going to get what she had. And the word imbecile is pretty harsh, man. And as a kid, you know, like, you know, my grandmother would, you know, they would say to my grandmother, or when my mom was around when I was young, they would say, "Don't tell him that." And my grandmother would say, "Well, how else is he going to find out if I don't tell?" I mean, the things that were said in anger. Listen, nobody bullshits in anger. So when somebody's angry and they're yelling at you, it's
coming from the heart.
Everything
it's coming from the heart.
Listen, when somebody's shooting you with a gun, all those bullets have intention. When somebody's saying, "Listen, I don't know where that guy is, I don't know who your father is, and you ever thought you're gonna be an imbecile over there, want to hold you, and you know, and your mom it takes off, and they can't find her for weeks," and you're just like a 6-year-old kid, man. You're like, you know, I'm 6, but I don't think I need to hear all this. So we went to court when I was 7 to have my father declared legally dead.
Really?
So my mom was not the smartest woman. So my grandmother said, now here's another one I never told anybody. My grandmother said, "Mira, Frida, look at me and I'll tell you what to answer." So she goes in court in LA, the municipal court.
Wow.
Mira, look at me and I'll tell you what to answer. And she gets up there and she puts her hand up and she gets into the thing, and they say, you know, are you seeking the sole custody of George Lopez? And my mom looks, and my grandmother says, and she goes, "No."
I thought she was supposed to answer her.
She said, and she goes, "No." And then she's like, "Frida!" And she looks and she goes, "Yes." Was it no or yes? Now you have, is it no or yes? And then now somebody who's not that smart has to pick between no and yes, like with no help. So she said yes. But for a minute there, it was like, what the fuck's going on, man? Like, and she she had to answer the other questions on her own without, because they knew my grandmother was helping her.
Right.
So that was, listen, man, that was rough.
Wow.
That was, sorry about your ears, dude. but yeah. So it's like that. So that's how if that's how you start, like, in the humor, I think that I had good guys that I went to school with, and they all lived kind of in that 3-block radius of the guys that are still my friends. But when I was, I started playing baseball. I wasn't even 7 yet, and my grandma signed me up for baseball. And then you go to the tryouts, and I was already playing baseball as like a little kid, I guess. And then they went to this recreational center in San Fernando. They were picking teams. I was the last guy picked. And then the guy says, but last but not least, and then they picked me. And I was on a team 1 up. Like, I was, for my age, I should have been on the lower. I was 1 up.
Got you.
So when I was going to practice with that team, the White Sox, they wanted me to be a catcher. And I wasn't even 7, and I was giving the coach a hard time about me being a catcher. And I was already complaining, and I was already saying, I don't want to be a catcher. And he sent me down to the farm, and that team never lost a game, and they won the championship. And in my whole career playing baseball, I never won a championship. And for me, I thought it was because of me being an asshole at 7 and getting sent down, that I was punished for not being a fair sport, or understanding that sometimes everybody has to play a part on a team.
You play a role. Yeah.
And the coach told me that. It's like, hey, listen, man, everybody has a position to play, and yours is catcher. And I just bitched so much that he sent me down. And then I went down to the Bears, and Alex Garcia, that boxer that boxed probably 20 years ago, he was on my team. And I remember tagging a guy out at second base, and I was catching. So imagine the catcher running across from home plate to second base. And that's how bad that team was, that I had to go as the catcher and tag
you
a guy
couldn't throw
out
it to the guy at the second base.
He wouldn't have caught it. So I ran across the field to tag him out at second base in full catcher's gear. So I should have stayed a catcher because I was pretty good at But then, my grandparents and I, went to a lot of Dodger games, and the guys that I grew up with were funny, and I was funny around them, but I was shy. I think if you're going to be a good comedian or good at anything, you have to have a lot of things wrong with you in the beginning. So being shy and around other people, but being funny around my friends was at least an opening to something for the future. But finding comedy, I think, through the Tonight Show and through sitcoms, watching Sanford and Son, and watching Chico and the Man, and Cheech and Chong albums, Richard Pryor albums, and George Carlin, and all those things. And then, when I was in junior high, my friend Ernie went to another school, and he said, hey, there's a guy at Kennedy High School, and he's going to the Comedy Store on Monday nights, and he's doing stand-up. And I'm like, he goes, we ought to go down there. So in 79, June 4th of 1979, I was still in high school, getting ready to graduate. And I went over there and performed for the first time.
Wow. So how was that? I mean, because you're still in high school. Because I was going to ask you, where'd you get your start? But this seems like a little bit of a start, because you're going to do stand-up for the first time out of high school. And then from there, I want you to tell me the experience of doing that. How was that first? And then from there, when did you get your first job as a comedian?
First job, at the Ice House in Pasadena, you could do, if you brought people, you could make like $1 a person, So,
so as many people in the audience as
like
how much you get?
$7. Oh, yeah. And in 1987, before my grandfather died, I was on TV just for maybe 40 seconds, one joke in this kind of like laughing kind of reboot. And my grandfather saw me. And my grandfather really never had anything good to say about me. But one time I was on a Sunday, they went to eat with some friends. And when they came back, I had a picture there from the Ice House. And then the guy said, who's this? And he goes, my grandfather said, oh, that's my grandson. He's trying to be a comedian. And the guy said, is he funny? And he says, no. But, he's just starting.
What great support, right?
I thought that was the beginning, what could have been the beginning of a compliment.
Right.
So even through those track home walls, I could hear. But he never said anything really good to me. So I think, as sad as it is and as debilitating and as much as it hurts, if you stay down, then you stay down. And whatever it was in me, man, that made me get up, I knew I didn't want to stay down.
Yeah.
And not that those guys that I grew up with were nobodies.
Right.
I just said to somebody, I wanted to be somebody more than I wanted to be nobody. And, I never expected much of a career because, I always say, when you look like Mario Lopez, you can make it. But when you look like me, you got to be talented. So for that, I just, at some point, I quit. One time I was at this place called the Natural Fudge in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
And they made you buy like a sandwich in there. So it's a natural food store. So they bring me like a sandwich with sprouts and avocado. And this is like in the early 80s, 80, 81. And they did comedy on a Monday night. And I bombed so bad. Imagine waiting 3 hours and then bombing. It's like, and you couldn't have let me bomb at 8:15. You had to let me bomb after waiting 3 hours. And when I was driving home, right at the 170 and Roscoe on the way north to where I live with my grandmother, I started crying in the car. And I said, I'm done. Like, I can't do this. I'm not good at it. It hurts. I've had it. And then I went home and I took a shower. My grandma says, why are you taking a shower so late? And I was I'm taking a shower. And I took a shower because I wanted to wash off whatever had gotten on me from that experience of just eating it big time.
I understand that.
And I took a shower.
Yeah.
And then in the morning when I got up, I said I wasn't going to quit and I was going to keep going.
Yeah.
So
I want to ask you this though, Joyce, because every time we play golf, like I said, we have a unbelievable time of laughing. We laugh the whole time. Tell them call you back.
I know, man. Let me turn this off. Sorry.
That's all right. We have an unbelievable time of just laughter, right? And you tell some of the unbelievable stories, some of the greatest stories about your grandmother.
Right.
So kind of tell me, obviously she means the world to you, but just tell me how she has helped you from your childhood to this particular point, because I love the stories on the golf course when you start talking about her.
Man, God, man, there's so many. When my first show started, Time Magazine wrote a thing on me, the one page, in like the showbiz part of the back of Time, and it said that that I should consider my grandmother my muse because of me using her in the show and using her in the stand-up to make a living for myself. So the guy goes, I don't know if he's aware that this woman is the muse that he has, but she had a hard life. She had dementia and she was at the hospital. So they told me your grandma's in the hospital. So I go to Holy Cross in Mission Hills and she has dementia. And she's in this little room and I walk in and she had a way of looking at me that was like just a threatening way. So she's laying in the bed and I walk in and I'm standing right there and she's looking at me like this. And I'm like, to myself, I'm like, is my grandmother throwing me hard looks? Right. So I look at her, I'm like this. So she's looking at me and I'm looking at her like that. And my grandmother goes like that to me. Come on, man. Come on.
Now, how old was she at this time?
85.
Wanted to make sure you didn't flinch on her.
Oh my God. What the, come on, man. A lady with dementia like that. But my grandmother was, they wore abuse like if it was a banner, like I was with this guy 19 years and he beat me and I stayed for my kids. And I said, why do you stay for your kids? Why don't you go to a hotel? And she goes, you don't know nothing. I didn't have any money. I said, hotels were like a dime back then. Shut up. So she didn't want any kind of opinion about her life. So my grandfather on Fridays, he'd get off early sometimes. They'd finish early, and he wouldn't get out of the truck right away. And my grandma would look through the window.
He's scared to go in the house?
They're drinking in the car for hours. Go tell him to come in. I walk out there. I go, Grandma wants you to come inside. Dile que to wait. All right. So I said, he told me to tell you to wait. So what did he say? So she started to make chile, like, that was her retaliation. So they had that mocajete, the thing, and the stone grinder. And because he would eat when he was drunk before he went to bed. So she said, if I make this chile really hot, it's my way of getting back to him. I can't poison him. I can't go out. And it's no wonder that she didn't go out there and say, get your ass inside.
Right.
So she would be grinding this chili. And I would come from baseball practice, and I would come through the cul-de-sac there, and I would see the truck there, and I'd see him inside, like at 8:30, and I would say, uh-oh. So I already knew. So I'd open the gate, and I would take 3 steps, maybe 20 feet from the house, and that chili would be in the air. And before I would walk into the house, I would go, it was just in the air. Because when it's so hot, you can't stand around it. And my grandmother would be inside, and I'd go, and she would say, he doesn't want to come inside, man. And she's just like grinding this thing, man. So her retaliation was chile for him, and she just never pulled any punches, man. And the first day of my show, like, you grow up and you want to be a comedian, and she knows. And it's a long shoot because the first show is always long, And then I look over there, and she's kind of looking off outside. We're going down the 5 freeway, and she's kind of wandering off, like looking off. And I'm like, at least say something to me. Like, I got this show.
Right.
So I said, literally, man, you got to believe me. I said, what do you think, Grandpa? And she goes, you want to know? And I said, yeah, I want to know. And she says, if I would have known it was going to take this long, I would have stayed home. I mean, come on, man. Your whole life, man. Right? I've known if I would take this long, I would have stayed home. And, my mom character was based off my grandmother.
I was about to ask.
And my grandmother watches the show, and she goes, And I said, what do you think? She goes, hey, you made me nice. That's what she said. Everybody said.
Because I was going to ask you that. The George Lopez show.
Yeah.
Which I
almost 20 years now.
Yeah, I loved that show. I mean, I used to watch that show, and I was like, all right, I'm wondering, because we knew each other. And I'm wondering, is this but we didn't talk about our upbringing and things of that nature. So I was wondering if that show was based on your upbringing, a little bit of the family.
Totally.
That was kind of intertwined into that whole thing. But it was also one of the first, if I'm not mistaken, one of the first Mexican sitcoms on a major network at the time.
There's a couple of things, I was selling out a bunch of shows at the amphitheater. Like, I think I sold out 22 in a row. And they came and wrote an article in the Daily News about me. And I had never thought about what this guy wrote. This guy said that, George Lopez pays homage to the people that inspired him, Freddie Prinze and Richard Pryor. But Richard Pryor or Freddie Prinze never sold those amount of tickets to have people come and see him. But he still does. But I still pay homage to those guys. Like Richard Pryor toured, but he it's back then. So in comparison, it's like I still pay respect to the people that came before me when to that writer had passed them. But I would never consider myself better than those guys. But in those shows, what was I going to say? So that was one example. And then in the history of television, I Love Lucy, Desi Arnaz was the husband, but not in the title. Chico and the Man with Freddie Prinze was a co-star, not in the title. I'm the only person in the history of television who's Latino who's led a show and it's named after him. So it's higher than those guys. But I still, think of it as, it's like not as important. But Freddie Prinze, when the 100th episode of my show was coming, Johnny Grant, who used to be the mayor of Hollywood, he said, I was at another star ceremony. He said, I think it's time we put you in the Walk of Fame. And I said, I'm not going in until Freddie Prinze goes in. Wow. And he looks at his assistant. He says, Freddie Prinze is in, isn't he? She says, I don't know. I said, no, he's not. We'll check and we'll get back to you. So they got back to me and they said, he's not in, but if you want to nominate him, we can put him in. And I said, yeah, I want to put him in. And I paid the money for the star. I think it was $10,000. And then the day of the ceremony, you know, Kathy, Freddie Prinze Jr., the people, Dusty Snyder, who was with him in the room when he committed suicide, and all the friends that Freddie had, even some from New York, were all there. Della Reese was there, and all these great people, man. And then Freddie Jr., I see him over there on the phone, and he walks up to me and he goes, "Hey, my grandma wants to talk to you," which is Freddie's mom. And she was in Puerto Rico. And I said, "Hello?" And she goes, "Oh, George, you know, thank you so much for being so loving to my Freddie." She said, "My Freddie. Thank you for being a fan of my Freddie and for being loving to my Freddie." And then she said, "If my Freddie was alive, you and my Freddie would be best friends." And I was like, oh my God, man, this is like tough. So we did the ceremony, man, and Junior was very emotional, you know, and at the unveiling of the star. But for a dude that had zero integrity, zero credibility, zero ability to tell the truth, and zero care for anybody else but myself, I grew up to have eliminated all of those things from my life. I'm not who I was when I was 25. I'm not who I was when I was 15. And at 60, I'm a person that I never would have imagined I would be.
Man, you know what? I think we both there, because I never would imagine me being who I am right now. You know what I mean, George?
Cheers to that.
So listen, guys, we're going to take a quick little break. We'll be right back with a little bit more of my boy, George Lopez, and we'll talk a little bit more again about his career and where he is today and what's up next for him. We'll be right back. Black Widow is a conglomerate of attorneys and investigators that are community-based. They started from a personal traumatic loss that turned into a platform for human dignity and rights. Black Widow always finds ways to eradicate the wrongs and produce positive results beyond all boundaries, and they always pay it forward. Black Widow can handle any and all legal matters, including motorcycle injuries, car accidents, trips and falls, criminal matters, family law, workers' compensation, and restraining orders, and more. In all industries where money rules and basics give rights are overcome by greed, we strive to make it about humanity by repeatedly educating and informing the masses of their rights. If you have ever felt frustrated or anger that you have been done wrong, that's the fire that fuels Black Widow. When you are done listening to all the rest, call Black Widow for the blunt truth. Call 818-599-3613. Again, that's 818-599-3613. Or you can find us on Instagram at BlackWidow_investigation. Right. Welcome back to Off the Dribble. Your boy B. Scott is here. And again, I'm with my boy George Lopez. We've been having a great time, just
pretty good,
talking about the old days, talking about golf, talking about all the things that we love. I want to get to now the George Lopez show.
Yeah.
And how that came upon you.
Man.
And then, man, I mean, that thing, you know, took off as well and lasted for a long time. And then I want to also know, why did you kind of stop?
Okay.
I know you wanted to go in different directions. I know how you are. You're artistic. You want to do other things. But let's talk about the George Lopez show.
First of all, you know, I never thought that I would have my own show. And then you grow up watching Johnny Carson. And I was in Las Vegas, I think 1989, in the summer of 89 or 90. Johnny Carson was going to retire. And, you know, I love Willy Wonka like growing up, you know. So in the USA Today, in the Life section, there's a comedian on the cover story, this guy Ron Schock, I think he passed away. And in the article it says that before Johnny leaves, they're going to have 6 new comedians on. So I'm in Vegas in the Maxim Nowhere Going show. And I remember reading that, and I remember thinking, man, it's like Willy Wonka, man. Like there's 6 golden tickets out there. Like who's going to get them? Never thinking I would get one. So I was at the Improv one night, and the talent booker for the Tonight Show sees me and says, "Hey, put some stuff together, man, and call me in a week." And I was like, "Wow, it's not gonna happen, man." So I put some stuff together. I worked all week. I'd fall asleep on the notes and get up, and then do them again and fall asleep and get up. Worked on a week. So he says, "Come to my office." So I go to his office. And he goes, "Are you ready?" And I'm like, "Am I ready?" And he goes, "Yeah." He's sitting behind the desk. He goes, "Show me your stuff." I was like,
"That's on the spot."
And I did it, with no laughter. The guy didn't laugh. I'm talking, the guy's looking at me. Say another one is looking at me. He's like, When I was done, he goes, "Congratulations, you got the Tonight Show."
Are you serious?
Yeah. He didn't. He just made sounds. He goes, "You didn't laugh." He goes, "Hey, if I make a sound, that's like a laugh." Because I've had people up here at complete silence, and Bill Cosby bumped me in '91, and then I thought it was going to go away because there was stories about guys getting bumped and then never getting called back. So I got bumped, and then the next day they called, and I was on the next week. So in a sense, that was kind of like a beginning. But for the George Lopez show, I was drinking a lot from 95 to 99. I was on the road a lot, and I was going nowhere, and I was drinking a lot. I think my wife had kicked me out of the house. I was living in this apartment that we hadn't sold yet, some condo, sleeping on an air mattress. And then mine was probably like 4. And in the crib, I didn't dismantle the crib when we left because it was still there. So I had to see the empty room with a crib in there. And I'm sleeping on the, I remember I bought a toaster, and I'm like, can I afford to buy a toaster? And I just was like, man, this is like nowhere. I'm nowhere. And I used to worry about what everybody else was doing. And then in that condo there, empty, I started thinking, you know what, man, I'm going to worry less about what everybody's doing. I'm just going to worry about myself. Because I'm worried about everybody else, and look where I am. I'm living in this thing. And people would see me, and they go, "I thought you moved." I was like, "Oh, no, we're doing some work up here, renovations." I fill up the mattress every night. But when I did that, things started to, you could feel a change. But also, I was at the Capital City Comedy Club, and Chappelle had been there the week before, and Sandra Bullock had come to see Chappelle. Sandra Bullock had a house in Austin, Texas. And then the manager comes to me after the first show and goes, "Hey, man, I got a call. I think Sandra Bullock's coming to the show." And I knew that I was not in condition or even professional enough as a comedian. I was drinking on stage, that it wouldn't have been entertaining. And the second shows are always like, half full, first one full. So I literally got on my knees in the dressing room and begged God to keep her from coming to the show. I got on my knees and I went like this, and I said, "If you're up there, please don't let her come and see me."
Wow.
And then the guy knocks while the second show started. He goes, and I open the door. He goes, "She's not coming, man. She called, and she's not going to come after all."
Wow.
So cut to like 2 years later, I get a call, and they said, "Hey, man, this producer's looking for a Latino, comedian and something." So everybody said, "Have you seen George Lopez?" So this guy came to see me, and he was working for Sandra, but I didn't know at the time. And then he saw me, and he went away. And then I remember Ann said, "Did you talk to the guy?" And I said, "No, he left." A full calendar year later, the guy calls, and he said, "Hey, are you still interested in this project that we have?" And I'm like, "What project?" And we found out it was Sandra. So I went to Sandra's office during the day. I wasn't going to go. I was hitting golf balls at Whitsett, and I was supposed to be there at 1. I think my manager knew that I might flake out. So about 12:15, he calls me. He goes, "Are you on your way?" And I said, "Man, I'm not going over there, man." He goes, "What do you mean?" I said, "What's she going to do for me? What's Sandra Bullock going to do for me?" And he goes, "Hey, listen, man, they called and they said, is he coming? They ordered food." With him, it was always food. They ordered food. You better go over there, man. You're not going to leave her hanging. So I left the balls there, a big bucket, left them there, told the guy, "Hey, man, you can have these if you want." And I drove over there. And we sat for like 3 hours. She said, "Tell me about your life." And, she was crying. She was laughing and to my grandmother and everything, and she was writing it all down, had a writer's assistant. And as we're walking down the stairs, she walked me out. And we got she opened the door for me. And before I left, I looked at her and I said, "Hey, I don't know how this is going to end up. I don't know if I ever see you again, or I don't know anything. I just want to say thank you for thinking of me, and thank you for what we're going to try to do, whether it happens or not. Just thank you."
Right.
And she looked at me and she goes, I want you to worry about being funny, and I want you to let me worry about everything else. And I got in the car, and I was like, wow, man. It's like nobody ever said anything like that to me. So in the midst of the next year, the president of Warner Brothers came to see me, and he was in. He's like, I'm in. And then where we're going to take the show. And then the president of ABC came to see me and sat next to the president of Warner Brothers at the Ice House. And I did 25 minutes, and I told the dude, give me the light at 20. And I was killing him, man. Killing him. And he gives me the light, and almost like a boxer that knows that if he gets to the end of the fight, that he's won. So I was digging in a little bit. Then I was kind of cruising at the end, and I knew what I had at the end. And when the light flicked on and off like that, it's like time. And I left, and the people were going crazy, man. And before I left the stage, before that guy got to me, in my head, I thought, you just got yourself a television show. But I didn't know. And then the next day I flew to Houston, and I got picked up by this dude in a town car, and Bruce called me, and he goes, he did Drew Carey, he was my partner. And he said, are you sitting down? I'm like, just got in Houston. He goes, ABC called, and, they want to do the show. Congratulations. I was like, wow, man. So we hung up, and I told the driver, hey, man, I just got a show on ABC. Dude didn't turn around. He didn't say congratulations. He didn't say, he just kept driving? Just kept driving. Didn't go, hey, good for you. Just kept driving. So that's how it came about. And then, it was that show was so real. Like in the early 80s, I got a DUI, and I got put in Foothill Jail, and I got taken to Van Nuys and got arraigned. So when they take you on that sheriff's bus, I don't know if the sheriffs knew to pass by every place that was important to me in my life, but they passed by houses I used to go party at, houses that friends had, restaurants where I used to go, and I'm sitting there, I'm chained to some other dude, and I'm like, are these guys fucking, are they, is my grandmother driving this bus? They're going by my schools, they're going by my high school. I'm like, what the heck? Like, I'm on like a Starline tour. I'm like, man, this is getting depressing, man.
Farewell to her.
I said,
going by all the shit I used to do.
Oh, I said, this is depressing. So they throw you in the tank up there. They're getting ready to call you, and the door opens, and they bring in some guys with like the orange jumpsuits from county jail. So I'm sitting down, and I'm looking down, and then somebody sits next to me, and he's wearing those jail sandals, and I look down, and the guy's toes are painted red, and I'm like, this dude's got painted red toes. And I look up, and he's got blonde hair. He's a Latino guy, big guy, and he's got blonde hair, like a cross dresser. And I look down, I'm like, oh man. And the sheriff comes to the door, and he goes, Lopez. And I stood up, and I guess the dude's name was Lopez. And he stood up, and the sheriff goes, no, Mrs. Lopez. And I sat down, and the dude left. And I put that in the show. Word for word. Like I tried to keep it as real as I could. I used real names of my teachers, but I don't think it gets any more real than that. We did that in that
Miss
episode.
Lopez.
Miss Lopez. Oh man, hilarious.
So the show was a hit. I mean, the George Lopez show. The Tonight Show.
Syndication was good. Yeah, syndication's still there. Almost 20 years.
Yeah.
And then I was still married. I decided to take a year off. And then it was just tough to be home. I hadn't been home, in 10 years, So I got offered a chance to, do a talk show. So I did that for a couple of years. And in that, I got divorced. But, I made friends with my wife. I saw her yesterday, and ex-wife. And she goes, I just want us to be friends. I go, that's new. And but she's cool, man. And I didn't talk to her for a long time, but it was my fault that everything happened the way it happened.
Right.
But somehow, instead of being mad at myself, I became kind of mad at her. But that's all gone.
Yeah, that's something that's something that George and I have in common. So we did talk a little bit on that golf course about us going through divorces and things of that nature, and how we've kind of moved on. But I also want to ask you about the producing part that you gotten into.
Yeah,
you've done the stand up, and I also want to know, are you going to go back and do one more stand-up gig or anything like that?
I don't know, man.
I think that would be so cool.
You know, with dementia running in the family, it's harder to remember that stuff. You know, I did the Netflix special was the first one I had done not live, and I didn't like the way I like to do them live. But they're risky to do them live. But I thought, you know, how can you make comedy harder? Is to not use water, not have a towel, and to do it live. But the older I get, you know, 60. The older I get, I think it gets harder to remember the hour, and sometimes in a default, if you forget your place, you'll go back to stuff that you already had done. And live, you want to keep it, you know, legit. So, but
I feel you there.
Yeah, but producing was new to me, and then, you know, I just felt like, you know, some guys want big parts. I just felt like, and I told my agents like, hey man, don't look at parts like big parts. Just look at parts as like good parts.
Right.
And then I started to do animation. And I remember the Beverly Hills Chihuahua, the first one, the first time I did any voice work, you know, my agent said, all the good parts are taken, but if you want this part, it's 4 lines, $10,000. I said, 4 lines? So I said, I'm not sure. So she calls, she goes, I want to know if you're doing it. You're doing it. If not, they're going to move on. And I said, you know what? I'll do it. And I remember getting there 5 minutes late, and I meet this director, Raja Gosnell, and I look over and Drew Barrymore's in there. And I'm like, what the fuck is Drew Barrymore doing in there? And I said, oh, she's the girl dog. So I'm like, are you ready to start? I'm like, yeah. And the first thing I did is I sang to Drew Barrymore in the movie, The Dog's in Love with the Chloe, which is Drew Barrymore. And I had to sing to her. And the guy's like, there's not a song, so just, you know, make it up. And
just make it up on the fly.
I made it like my heart, you're my heart, my soul. And I'm like, if there's ever a time you need anybody to lick inside your ears or to, you know, I would be most honored, you know.
See, I'm forgetting you were a dog.
That's a dog. And after they go cut, and she put both hands on it. She goes, oh my God, that's so sweet. Oh my God. And that was the first time they'd ever heard that voice in that dog. And then when I was done, the director came outside and he goes, listen, man, we haven't shot like most of the movie yet. So would you be willing to come in and just you and I work on stuff? And as we film the dog, I'll make the stuff fit to the dog. And I said, absolutely. And because I didn't say no, it was only 4 lines where I would have said no. That led to the 3 Beverly Hills Chihuahuas, the 2 Smurfs, the 2 Rios, Marmaduke, and Escape from Planet Earth. All of the movies came from that one seed. So, you know, as people want to be stars or want to be producers or want to be in the light, never say no, man, because a seed that small can bring you a tree, you know, with the proper care.
No, that's good advice, because like you said, you're turning down those small roles thinking there's something better and bigger is going to come along.
Everybody would have said no. Everybody would have said no to that. And I went.
That was cool. George, I want to go back, and we talked about this a little bit off the camera during our break, and I was telling you about the movie that you were in with Ty Diggs, and I couldn't remember the name, and it was
River Runs Red.
River Runs Red, where you had a much more serious part, you know, because everybody knows you as a comedian. Everybody knows, you know, your stand-up and the Lopez show, the Tonight Show. They all know that. But I don't know how many people, and I'm sure it was a lot, but I know for me, when I first saw that and saw you in that role, I was like, damn, because you were really good.
Yeah, thank you.
And how was that for you? Because, again, you're going from being a comedian to a very serious role. How was that for you?
You know, I did Balls of Fury like in 2007 with the Reno 911 guys, and I was pretty much like the straight guy, but just very calm, you know. And I thought, you know, in some dudes like Jim, you know, those guys that are bigger actors, like they're big. I wasn't a broad actor, you know. I was good at being just, you know, more deadpan. So when Wes Miller, that director, African American director, said, I got something for you, and I said, I'd already done a couple parts that were dramatic, and Tay was in that thing, and I was like, you know, I'll do it. Yeah, that's cool. And, you know, I had lost a friend to to a police officer shooting. So if you look as an actor, like what do you? I remember Ben Kingsley told me on my talk show that every experience that he's had, and he was neglected as a child. Like he went into a bottle, put all my bad experiences in the bottle, and whenever I need them, I open the bottle and I take one out, and then I put the cap back on and I save it for the next time. So he used all the experiences as in his life to make him the actor that he is, like the dramatic part. He would remember things, and I did that. Cried on cue, about losing a child, and Ted lost a child, and I had immediate chemistry with him, and my show had already been out forever. I mean, so we're in Louisville, Kentucky, and we're shooting this scene in the car, and I'm driving, and the movie trailer's in front of us, and they're filming us. And he says, "So I want you guys to drive around, and you're looking for the police. Like we're looking for the guys. We're going like a Western. We're going after these two police officers." So we're driving, and we're going under the bridge, and we're going around the town. And he goes, "Keep going, guys. You're all right. Look around." And we go under this underpass, and there's a homeless guy walking with a push cart and all his stuff, and he's got a hoodie over his head that's hanging like hair, and he's just pushing his cart. And as we drive under the underpass, he looks over, and as we pass him, he goes, "George Lopez!" And when we stop, everybody gets out, and they come over to the car, and they go, "Did that guy yell George Lopez?" And I go, "He did." "The homeless guy yelled your name? How did he know? How did he know it was you?" I go, "I don't know. Maybe I got a TV in the cart. I don't know." But I mean, of all, and it's never just George. It's always George Lopez. Yeah. And it's been pretty wild, man. But that in doing those dramatic parts, I did a thing, No Man's Land, dramatic, and then River Runs Red, and then I did this one. Oh my God! So. Whether people believe in the universe, or they believe in karma, or if they believe in kindness, that's up to people. That's up to the individual to decide.
Absolutely. So
I did this thing, man, like the world's greatest dog, like most amazing dog, for Facebook. And I was leaving, and everybody was like, "Why are you doing this thing, man?" I was like, I don't know. It was Lisa Vanderpump. I wanted to hang out with Lisa Vanderpump. She's great. So when I'm leaving, this girl is there, and she's dressed kind of like a guy, and she's got a hat on, and she's got her brother with her. And I get in the SUV, and the window rolls up, and I look, and they're both standing there, but kind of like really kind of meek, And I roll the window down, and I'm like, "Hey, what's going on?" And they're like, "George Lopez?" And I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Yeah." So I go, "Hang on." I get out of the car. And I talked to her, "What are you guys doing?" And she goes, "Oh, I'm like a little filmmaker. I'm trying to make this film about my life, about coming out to my dad on my prom night. And, I wrote it already. And it's funny, man, because my brother and I were just talking about you. Like, you would be the best person to play my dad. And then here you are." And I said, "Well, listen, I'll give you my number. I'll give you my email. And if you get to the point where you make this thing," I said, "let me know. I'll be your father. I'll play your father." So about a year later, she calls. They have the money, and schedule-wise, they're trying to work out. So I went to this place in like Chatsworth, this house, and I played her dad in this little movie that got on HBO Max, and it got in the LA Film Festival.
Wow.
So like 3 weeks ago, I got a call from my agent, and he said, "Hey, man, I've been working on this thing for a couple of years, and it's starting to come together. So tomorrow at 1:30, I have a call set up for you and the director of this project." And he goes, "There's no script, and it's very private, and nobody knows anything about it. But he wants to talk to you." So I said, "All right." So the next day at 1:30, I call this dude, Latino guy, Angel Miguel Soto, I believe. And he's like, "Hey, brother, what's happening?" I said, "Oh, good, man. What's going on?" So we talk about our lives, talk about growing up. And he says to me, "Yeah, man, I saw you in this little movie like you were a dad." And I thought, River Runs Red, And he goes, No, about the girl that came out on her prom night. "Oh, yeah, at last." I said, "Yeah." He goes, I saw you in that. He goes, I had a project, an animated project at the LA Film Festival, but I was going to see other shorts, and I saw you. And he goes, I cried. Like, I was like, oh my God. So the next day they made me an offer. So DC, Marvel, DC is coming out with the first Latino superhero. So it's the producer, writer, and director, all Latinos. And that guy's the director of it. So he says, there's no script. It's called The Blue Beetle. The kid from Cobra Kai is playing the Blue Beetle. So, it's all very private. It was going to be on HBO Max only. And then Warner Brothers saw the script. They saw the people involved. So it has a release date of August 2023. So I got cast to be the uncle in the Blue Beetle. So I'm going to be the uncle in the Blue Beetle series, which nobody knows about yet.
Oh, wow. And that's going to be on Netflix, or is that going to be?
No, it's going to be released. It'll be a worldwide release.
Oh, wow.
Because it's DC. So when they sent the offer, there's an offer for one movie, and then under it, there's 10 more offers for other.
Wow. So you said the kid from Cobra Kai
is going to be the
Blue Beetle.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I'm
That's
the
so
uncle.
cool.
And I'm the uncle in the Blue Beetle.
That is so cool, George.
Which is big, man. I mean,
Man,
I've had
so
quite a
cool.
career, but to get involved in the DC universe is big. Batman,
Yeah.
and I think Batman is in our movie, but it's a big, big deal.
Yeah, DC got everybody.
And
all
nobody
the
knows
superheroes, man.
right now but you guys.
Well, there you go. See, that's what's happened when you're watching the Off the Dribble with Byron Scott. You get stuff like this from George Lopez. You get the first of everything. You get it way before you even hit the presses. See, that's what it's all about. George, I mean, we talked about your producing. We talked about you as a comedian, drama, just unbelievable actor, what you have meant to the Latino community. Yeah. How important is that to you?
I don't know if what I've meant to the Latino community.
Come on, man. Come on now. I mean, all the things you've done. Come on now.
Well, I know what they've meant to me. And I think, what they've meant to me is it might be the first family I ever had. Of all those people that come up to you and say, hey, man, we saw you in this, or my daughter loves you, or if you look at YouTube, every time they play Lowrider, like a little kid is jumping up and down the bed, like they know my face. Like this little kid was taking a walk and with his dad, and the kid's got to be 4 years old. And there's a van with my picture on it, and the little kid walks over, and his dad says, where you going? And he goes over to the van, and he points at my picture, and he goes, George Lopez. And the dad is like, how does this 4-year-old kid know who you are?
That's right, yeah.
And, I was always mad at everything, and I was always just negative about myself and about my upbringing. But through just that one time in that day where you're down, I mean, you can only go down worse. But I decided to not worry about everybody else and worry about myself. And that was the day that I think everything, if you go one day without wishing anybody ill, then makes the next day easier. So when I turned that page and went to being not the most positive person, but not wishing anybody any harm or any bad things to happen to them. And, I had grown up around Buddhist temples, my whole life. And then I met the Dalai Lama like in 2012 or 10. And then I spoke at his 80th birthday party. So those guys and that thing really helped me just, since I cussed in church, I don't think I was welcome back. So I think that, just the principles of being kind really made kind of the universe spin my way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had another question for you, though. And we're the same age. So you grew up in the hood like I did. And at our time, there was a whole lot of gangs. Crips and Bloods, the Essays, Sunshine Crips, the Pyrus, How did you avoid? I know how I did. You know, obviously you did as well with laughter and things of that
But did
nature.
they leave you alone because you could ball?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean the reason the Crips and Blood would leave me alone when I was in high school. I would be coming home and they would stop us, you know, because we always traveled like 6 or 7 of us anyway, because we wanted to make sure we protected ourselves.
Right.
But when they would jump out the car and surround you,
man,
you know, it's 6 of us, 12, 13 of them, and then they would be one person be like, oh, that's that kid from Morningside High.
Man.
You know, that plays ball. No, they good. They good. You know, and they would leave us alone.
Yeah.
So in your situation, I know you had to avoid the gangs as well. How did you do that?
You know, man, you know, my grandfather never really, I don't think he hit me. I think he's more mental. You know, he made me more afraid of him than of being in gangs. But the guys that I grew up with started in high school. They started to go a little sideways, man. They would leave school and go do home invasions, like they'd break into houses. And they would come back to school and they would have, you know, chains or money or necklaces and
all
stuff.
the shit they stole, basically.
All the shit they stole. And they would be like, you want some of this shit? I'm like, no, I'm good, man. You know, I'm good. And then those guys ended up getting caught, and then other guys would beat up. I remember one time, man, there was a kid and his dad playing in the park, and those guys were throwing a football around. And then they were going to have a meeting, and they asked me to leave because I wasn't with those guys, and those guys I grew up with. And they ended up beating up that guy in front of his kid. And that's when I was like, these dudes, man, that's just bad, you know. And I didn't have a father, so you know, it meant a lot. And then those guys, I was just like, all right, I'm gonna gradually cut these cats out, you know, and just I played baseball, but they were always around, and they'd always try to get you to go leave school. No, I'm good, man. You know, I gotta do my thing, man. I got, you know, however, but I decided, you know, it wasn't my grandfather's, you know, upbringing that I just decided for myself that I didn't want to go that way. You know, I could have.
Yeah, of course.
But I wasn't that type of guy, and I already was into comedy and all that stuff. So I decided to let them have that, and you know, and go on and do my thing. But the thing when I got back home and my grandfather was there, he would belittle me for like leaving and coming back early. What happened? Those guys kicked you out. They didn't want you around. Huh? Is that what happened? But when I was 14, we had this dance, and a lot of the girls from school were going, and then I was dressed in the best clothes that I had. Right. And then this guy said to me in front of everybody, I thought we were supposed to dress up. And man, it broke my heart, man. And I went home and I got in my room and I said, if I grow up and if I make anything of myself, nobody's going to ever make fun of me for the things that I'm wearing. And yeah, I've done it.
Yeah, no, you've done it and some.
Yeah.
So George, what are some of the things that you're working on or doing right now that we got to be looking out for?
Yeah, you know, right now we're getting ready to shoot a pilot with my real daughter Mayan.
Oh wow, that's cool.
For NBC, and Bruce Alford, my original creator, they're excited about this thing called Lopez versus Lopez, like court papers.
Oh yeah.
And is
that how you came up with the name?
Man,
Lopez versus Lopez.
Divorce. Oh, great. You mean where I lost half my money? Yeah, sure. I think that's funny.
Yeah, let's go back to that, right?
My wife gave me a kidney and I left her. Yeah, why not? But that's one. And then, you know, I have restaurants and beer and tequila coming out. And
what's the tequila? What's the name of the tequila?
Chicano. With the X.
Yes.
Hand bottled.
I'll be looking for that.
Hand bottled in Mexico, and the bottle is unique. It's so unique, it doesn't fit on the machines in Mexico. And you know, Mexico, everything fits on a machine in Mexico. They're like, they have to hand pour on the ladies because it doesn't fit. It's beautiful, nice. You know, I've been working on it for probably about 4 years. And then I have a children's book.
Oh, wow.
Called Chupacabra Carter. And it's about a kid growing up and looking in the moon and trying to decide where his future is going to be. And then he befriends a kid that looks like the Chupacabra, and they grow up, and he's looking for his family, and that's getting ready to come out too. And that's a good book. We're well written. I think the kids will like it. I think it'll be a hit.
Good. I got 2 granddaughters. Or I got 4 granddaughters.
They'll love it, man. Very drawn very well. Yeah.
Get it and read it to them. And the restaurants are doing extremely well. I know that.
Good. Yep. Opening.
You had the one in Manhattan Beach, or
got the one in Hermosa, and then I think they're going to open one in the Stratosphere in Vegas, and then there's one going up in some casinos around the country. So, you know, everything's good, man.
Man. Listen, guys, I want to thank my boy George Lopez for coming by today. Look out for the movie later on, because, again, like he just said, you know, we the only one know about that right now. This is something that hasn't been talked about yet, but when it comes out, check it out. George Lopez, my boy, my golf buddy, my drinking buddy.
My man.
Woo, my man. I want to thank you again, G.
B, I love
you, brother. Love you, too.
Man.
Guys, this is another episode of Off the Dribble with your boy, Byron Scott. Wait for the next one. Check us out. And you can always go on and subscribe. We're on YouTube, and anything you can find that does podcasts, we are on it. So check us out, and we are out with my boy, George Lopez. Until the next time, guys. Peace.
Birds still singing, sun still shining. This day shall have no night. My soul is a smiley-faced helium balloon. I think it's the best poem I've ever written. What do you think, Kenzie?
I think if I randomly ate those words and puked them onto the page, it'd be a much better poem.
You don't like it?
Carmen, you're only gonna be cheating yourself and everyone else at the poetry club if you don't look within. I mean, you have to find your most personal wound and rip the scab off. Let your blood be your ink.
Oh, but I'm in love. I mean, my boyfriend's in the house. Things are pretty good right now.
No, they're not. You're Mexican. You're in pain. Your people have been raped and pillaged by the conquistadores. I am so jealous.
What are you talking about? She was born in Burbank. She's got her own car and a closet full of clothes. You want to see a Mexican suffering, come back when I have to pay her cell phone bill.
What are you doing?
Watching the Dodger game. So why don't you guys go explore your dark souls in the kitchen?
No, you said we're not allowed to watch TV.
Well, this is different. This is for Jason's baseball career.
Well, what if there was something about poetry on TV and I wanted to watch it?
We watch something about poetry on TV every year. It's called How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
What?
It rhymes.
Yeah, I like the dog with the antlers.
I know, it's classic. Why don't you guys go write something like that?
Come on, let's go finish this in the kitchen.
You know what? I'm kind of hungry. Do I have time to go make you some sandwiches?
No, I want you to see how Clemens pitches around this hitter. Hey, Carmen, while you're in there, could you make us a couple of sandwiches, please?
What do you want on them?
Orale. You cannot be serious.
What?
You're just gonna wait on them like that? You know they're only asking you because you're a girl. That is so sexist.
You know, it's funny, Kenzie. I asked Carmen to do something and like sound comes out of your mouth. You're like the.
It's so sad. I mean, so much head and so little in it. I can like hear it rattle.
Kenzie's right. It is sexist. Make your own sandwich. I've got a poem to write.
Oh, wait. I'll write the poem for you. Let me help you. Carmen, please, don't make me beg. What I'd like is some chorizo and egg.
You know what, Mr. Lopez? Our poems don't rhyme. Because rhyme schemes are chains of bondage on free thought. Chains invented by men.
Huh. You know, Kenzie, I'm betting you got a forest under there, don't you?
Dad! What's going on?
Oh, Carmen's making sandwiches. You want one? Dude, leave my niece alone, man. You're married. And why do you have a suitcase?
I just left my wife. I love you, Veronica. Now nothing stands between us being together.
There is one thing.
I told him he was taking things too seriously and I wanted out. See, I said I would handle it and I did. It's over.
Then why is he still in my yard?
Not my boyfriend. Not my problem.
George, we should do something about this.
I'll turn the sprinklers on.
I want to go back. I love Veronica.
I guess you just need time to process this. Take all the time you need. We'll leave you alone.
Can I turn the sprinklers on now?
Fire away.
At least now no one's gonna know you were crying.
This is from Mike. He was here in our yard. This is getting scary.
Veronica, this guy's not getting the message.
Oh my God. Please tell me this is stuffed and not Mike in a bunny suit.
I didn't think of that. Mike, are you in there? Mike? It's stuffed, or I got him.
Would you throw this thing out?
See, I'm not gonna waste this.
What are you doing?
Happy birthday, Angie. Love, George. I'm gonna put this in the closet. Now, that doesn't mean you're not gonna get the diamond earrings you asked for. But you're not.
I never want to speak to you again. It's over.
Don't say it's over.
What the hell are you doing here?
Hey, this is none of your business.
Hey, my niece, my business.
Take your hands off me.
Look, there's not gonna be any fighting. Just relax, all right? Let's talk about this like two civilized... I just lost the element of surprise. Call 911. It just hurts that I couldn't protect her. Couldn't hurt anyone. You're just hanging there, minding your own business.
How was the show?
Terrible. Johnny totally blew us off.
Maybe he didn't see you.
Orale, act so gross. My guitar! Max.
The strap fell off. I just wanted to play it a little.
You know you're not supposed to touch my guitar. Now there's a scratch on it.
George, calm down. It's not even an expensive guitar.
Angie, are you crazy? This is a vintage Les Paul.
It's a Los Palo. You got it at the swap meet.
Yeah, well, it's still a collector's item. Only 100 were made before they raided the factory and freed the children. Stay away from my stuff. And remember, everything in this house is my stuff.
Mom!
Sounds good. Don't talk to her. She's my stuff, too. You want to be dropped and scratched? I'm protecting you.
You know what? I'll just go up to my room and stay in there till I'm 18. Then I'll move out, and you'll get what you always wanted.
Now do you believe that when you joke about kicking him out of the house, he takes it seriously?
I don't want to talk about Max. He dropped Selma. I got you a guitar.
No way! Oh, awesome!
And I got you an amp, too. And I'm going to teach you how to play. Put your finger like that. You be like that. You be like that. You be like that.
Sweet!
Oh, this'll be fun! We can all play together! You know, when I was a little girl, Daddy used to have his friends over to practice the congas, and I played a mean tambourine. I can also sing. Chitty boom, tambourina, chitty boom, tambourina, chitty boom, tambourina, chitty boom. I can't hear myself sing.
Yeah, I know, but I can't. Crank it up, Max!
That's it? I thought we were gonna play together.
We are. I'm going to get the fog machine. We're going to do this. We're going to do it right. If you see your mom coming with a tambourine, lock this door. I'll come in through that window. Show! Strut, strut, strut.
Jason's parents moved to Switzerland? That's not possible. He and Carmen have been having dinner with them every Friday night for the last month.
Well, they've been lying and they've been alone at his house all this time.
So, Jason lied. Who's your big man on Kansas now, Dad?
It's campus, Max. Who's your big man on campus? And he's the second best in science? Órale, get ready to get lapped by Mexico.
I'm throwing another load in the washer. Give me that sweatshirt. What are you guys doing sneaking around Jason's backyard?
Catching you in a lie.
We know Jason's parents are in Switzerland.
And we know what you've been doing here for the last month. Carmen, you promised us you weren't gonna have sex.
Dad, I was doing Jason's laundry.
When we go home, we're gonna go to teenslang.com and find out what the hell this term doing laundry means.
Would you guys stop freaking out? I'm actually doing his laundry.
Yeah, I swear we haven't done anything wrong.
Then why did you lie?
Well, because I knew you guys would freak out if you found out Jason's parents were out of town.
Well, what kind of parents just leave their kid alone in a house and then go off to live in another country? That can't be legal.
No, it's not. It's called abandonment. At least that's what the cops said when he dragged my mom back from Tijuana. I made her untie me from the lemon tree. I was like that.
Dad, his parents didn't abandon him. They're just letting him stay here to finish out the baseball season.
Yeah, but do his parents know that he's shacking up with my daughter? You know what? Maybe I should call him and tell him.
No, I'm not supposed to have anyone over. Please, Mr. Lopez, don't call them. They'll make me leave. Mr. Lopez, this is a really big shot for me. I mean, scouts are coming. I could even get drafted next year.
Oh, my chicken's done.
Hola, my chicken's done. Hey. You mean you're cooking and doing laundry? How come you don't do that at our house? Can you believe this, Angie?
I've never seen this much granite. I should have this kitchen. I deserve this kitchen. We need more money.
Look, Jason's all alone here. He needs me to take care of him.
Look, he's not a baby, Carmen. Let him do it himself.
I cook and clean for you.
That's different. You enjoy it and it relaxes you. Come on, Carmen, we're leaving.
What? I'm not leaving.
Yes, we are. And you know what? Because you lied to us, you can only see Jason at our house when we're home.
What? That's not even fair.
That's what you get for lying. And don't try to sneak over here because I'll find you. I don't care what kind of security this rich neighborhood has. I'll get in.
Wait a minute. There's a guard gate. How did you get in?
How did I get in? Like this? What's a pizza? Pizza for your family? Can I tell you? You like some shit?
$900?
That's pretty close.
We can't afford to spend like this.
Come on, Angie, with my raise, there's enough money in the checking account to cover it.
There isn't any more.
What? $300 for a spa treatment?
Well, I went to get my hair done, but the spa was offering Reiki massages, and I thought I'd try one out.
Who's Reiki and where'd he touch you?
It's not a person, George. It's an Asian energy massage, and they don't even touch you. They just put their hands over your body and affect your energy fields.
$300, and you didn't even get touched.
I think there's a bigger issue here. You have a spending problem.
Oh, you're right. I got a spending problem, and I'm looking right at her.
I have a lot more self-control than you do.
Oh, really? All right. Let's see who can live on less. And when I win, I don't have to ask you for poker money.
Okay, and when I win, I don't have to ask you for shoe money.
So would you say this is a good marriage? Because if it is, I don't know why gay people want it so much.
I found a couple of cans of Fisherman's Feast.
That's cat food. You're actually gonna eat cat food.
This is how hard I am. Your turn, Hood.
Something popped. I think I bit an eye.
That's okay, baby. Spit it out.
No, I'm winning.
Forget the contest. Let's just call it a draw.
Okay, but then can we go back to spending money now? Because I really, really want to shave my legs.
Yeah, my legs want that too. Now, I think we can afford a pizza.
I love you.
Whoa, down, kitty.
What? We both ate cat food.
No, I actually printed out a label and put it on a can of tuna.
That didn't taste like tuna.
Yours wasn't. I didn't think you'd actually eat it. George! But you won, and your coat is really shiny.
I don't believe you.
Don't be mad. Get the keys. Get the keys.
Xin chào các bạn, mình tô một bức tranh này nha. cô phù thủy. Mình đã hoàn thành một cái bức tranh nha các bạn. Bye bye.